Alright, so here we go with the 1996 Land Rover. Pretty excited. I've never had a Land Rover, and like I said, a lot of these are coming back in style. A lot of people are after these older vehicles now. And here is the back. Even got the spare tire with the Land Rover cover, which is in really good shape. And I got the key inside, and I'll probably have to take it out to open the back hatch up, but let's go inside here and see what it looks like. I got the door partially opened, in pretty decent shape. The seats aren't ripped. I mean, these seats can be redone. I can redo these seats and they'll look like new with paint and a little know-how. I'll probably do a video on that later. And here's the inside. Now the headliner's falling down a little bit. Not an issue, that can be fixed. It's not torn, which is good. It's got a second sunroof back there. Electric sunroof, heating controls there. A sunroof here. And boy, lots of cubby holes, spaces, switches, four-wheel drive. Now, from my understanding, this 96 or 97, this has a viscous coupling, which has fluid and has plates in the transfer case that runs this particular vehicle. And I'll have to do a little more research on it. And it's only got 147,000 miles. And I got the cover here. Someone actually, beat it. Knocked a hole in it, but it goes there, and got good windows, no cracks in the windshield. Even got a side airbag, and you're looking at it for the first time, and apparently it has a pretty decent radio. Don't know much about that. I'll have to do some research, but there is the four-wheel drive switch here. And 0 to 5 miles an hour, I guess you can shift it. And I'll have to go online and do a lot of research on this. But doors, panels are in good shape. Speaker there. Got a speaker there, and I actually got the cover here for that. Got the power mirrors. Got control buttons on the side. You even got a nice deep defrost here. But like I said, this thing and the vehicle that I just purchased, I got them technically for $800. You can't beat that. But let's raise the hood up here real quick. I'm doing this on a cell phone. Hopefully I can do this with my hand. Well, let me put the camera down. Alright, now I got her propped up. Let's look at her. I don't know where the hood latch rod is for this vehicle. If it's got one, it's lost, or it's probably no longer here. So here it is, 4.0 Land Rover, fuel injected. Fuel injected, which is kind of nice. The guy told me it runs. He said it had a radiator leak, and they thought it blew a soft plug out because the guy was too cheap and he put water in it and it froze. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to start it a little bit later. I'm going to make a video on it, and it's going to be a lot of videos on this Land Rover as I put it back together and restore it. The other beauty thing here is, look at these tires. 4 brand new tires on this thing, which is really nice. Don't know much about the rotors, brakes, and all that. We'll have to pull the wheels off, check everything. And I thought this was unlocked, but it's not. I may have to go get the key to do this. So let me go get the key, since you have nothing better to do here. Sitting, laying in bed watching videos tonight, right? All right, I'll get the key out. And it has an anti-theft radio in it. I'm not sure what that's all about. So I'm going to have to set the camera down here and get this key out. Alright, so we got the key in. There we go. And there is the back. Oh, and it looks like when you buy used vehicles, you get lots of little trinkets. Looks like someone's put new shocks on it, or these are new shocks. These are brand new. Wow. Go me. Got some new parts with it. Practically a brand new tire there. And got the side seats here that you slide down like this, kids and everything, which is kind of nice, where they face each other. And here's a look at the back, looking toward the front. And the leather is in really good shape. So, looks like someone's worked on it a little bit, and I do believe this is a speaker, which is pretty awesome. That the glass is in really good shape, and frame. Oh, here's the other thing I really like. someone's bent it, but I can straighten this out. It's a step up to get up in here for the short people. And I have a lot of short people friends. And here is the frame. In really good shape, no rust. Well, a little bit of rust, but not rotten or anything. It's got the hooks on the frame here, where if you get stuck in the mud, you can be towed out. And the back bumper, the lighting, and all that. So we'll shut this up. So let's get a look at it from this side. Over here. Actually, you know what? I want to get my key. And let's go. Like I said, this is not a review. This is just my life. There we go. And there's this side. And some little pieces here, covers. And this is actually a Discovery. Okay. So, but I'm pretty happy. When you get these leather seats in vehicles, as long as they're not torn, there is a way to make these things shine like new again. And I will make a video a little bit later. It needs a lot of cleaning, but the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get the engine running so I can move it around and at least stick it in the garage over there when it gets cold, and maybe at night when I'm kind of bored, get it running and everything. And here is a look at the glass headlights. This is pretty cool. This thing here is $300 easily, all day. Brush guard and all that. So let's look at the engine. Oil is in good shape. It's dirty. There's no water in it, which first thing I check. When you buy an engine, check your dipstick. Make sure there's no milky looking oil in it, because if there is, you could have a leak from the engine. Antifreeze leaking into your oil, making it look milky. Always check that. Let's see. ABS braking system. A lot of little places to put in fluids. Now this one here, I had to take the grill off on the front of this when I first got it and unhook the horns, because the anti-theft system keeps going off. I'm not sure why, but the key will go in it and turn on the ignition, so it's probably going to have to be reset. So I do have the horn unhooked, and if you ever have that problem, just pull this plastic off the grill here. Pull the screws out of these grill, the plastic here. This is a plastic grill, and unhook these two wires. One right there on that horn, and there's one over here. Trust me, when this thing goes off, it's very loud, so you might want to do that if you have that problem. That'll keep the horn quiet. We got the air conditioning system, and fairly nice looking belt, and a big windshield washer fluid, I guess, if you're going to drive through the Sahara, or maybe do the camel toe run, if they still do that. And some more fluid. So I'm going to have to get a battery, another fluid bottle. This is for the coolant. And of course you got your fuses here. Kind of curious if there's any missing, any gone. Yeah, they look like they're all there. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put a battery in here, and I'm gonna crank it over and see what we do get. So this is just a kind of a rough look at it. And if you have any other tips, stories, or ideas, if you guys want to share your video on your discoveries, your Land Rovers, whatever, feel free to do down below in the comment section. I might actually learn something. It's got 4 brand new tires. I showed you that one tire. I mean, look at this. These tires are $450 easily. Well, that's just guessing. I'm sure they're probably more than that. I don't know. And these are 16-inch tires. 235 70 16. There's another brand new one. The fender wells are in really good shape. Straight body, no broken windows or anything. Now it does have a little rust down here around the rocker panel. I have a welder, I have metal, I can fix that. That is not an issue. I've had a lot worse, and it's on the top of this thing. There's the sunroof. And that one's in the back. I don't know if these are power or not. They could be. But the body, like I said, no dents or nothing. I can get a little bit of paint. It'll shine like a diamond. So there's a look at it. And here's the sticker on the door. It does say 12 of 96. Yes, 12 of 96. And the reason I bought it is because in 96 they started doing computer stuff and all that. It's a lot easier to figure out with your OBD2 code readers. Before that, it was just regular electronics, just sensors, and you had to figure out if something was bad, that when the car was not running right. But now, it's a little easier after 96. A lot of these vehicles have computers, and they'll throw a check engine light on, and you can immediately hook up a code reader and figure out what's going on. There's the exhaust. Pretty good. Now, the heads, intake, and the block on this thing, these 4.0s, are all aluminum, which is pretty interesting. I would have thought the block would have been steel, but it's a complete aluminum engine. And here is some of the sticker info. Genuine parts important. I'm sure that's the only thing you'd be able to find for this. 4.0. And vacuum diagram. Look at this body color identification. Broghetto black. There's the paint number and everything, which is pretty nice. And you get a jack hidden right here, which is awesome. That's pretty cool to see a jack if you're out in the safari or the desert somewhere and you're stranded. And like I said, I'll be learning a lot about this, so I just wanted to make a little video here, show you guys 2 vehicles I bought, and I will be posting a lot more videos on this vehicle and the Ford Explorer. But this one here, I'm really excited to hear it run and see if there's anything major wrong with the engine, except it's leaking antifreeze really bad. And there's the back of the radiator. The fan, I don't think you can see it now, so let's go ahead and open up the oil cap here. A lot of times when you're buying used engines or used cars, take the oil cap off and just look. See if there's any milky residue there. It looks bone dry, so that's good. That's a good thing. So when I do get it running, I'll make a video and let you guys know how it sounds, and we'll just start updating whenever I can, and we'll get this thing back on the road and kind of restore it, I guess you could say. So here's one more look at it. Pretty cool looking vehicle. And that one. So yeah, I'm a sucker for SUVs. I don't know why. So thanks for watching, everyone. And if you have any questions or any comments or anything I should know about Land Rover, let me know, okay? And thanks to all my new subscribers. Thanks for jumping on board. And like I said, I don't know everything. I have to do research just like everybody else, but it's always fun to work on vehicles and share the info and help each other out. So I will be updating you guys a little bit later as I start working on this Land Rover. And I will see you guys later. Until then, I will see you a little bit later.